So difficult session post lunch, right? Anyone feeling sleepy? Yeah. So this is the budget for our stock market people. I gave you income tax cut. Now what you need? We need income, right? Now next year there is no tax to be paid till 12 lakhs, but we don't have income. So before going to what to do now, let's take performance appraisal for last year. How many attended last session, July 2024? Remember this slide? Somebody said this is Rajnikant. No. This is Abhimanyu. And that was the condition at that point in time. So this was the exact PPT which I presented last year. Some precaution I asked to take, they were, from here on only quality mid-caps and avoid mid-caps which are not supported by fundamental reason. Book some profit. Fulfill some goals. Car lena hai, ghar lena hai. Just book your portfolio and do that. Tighten your stop losses. And reason for that was this slide. Now I'll explain you what is it. This is mid-cap index to Nifty ratio. And this is running from 2005 somewhere. What this means? From bottom, when this line is rising, that means mid-caps are outperforming large caps. And from top, when this line is falling, mid-caps are underperforming. So if large caps are falling, mid-caps are falling with greater intensity. And historically, if we see, 2008 mid-cap index fall was 68%. 2014 somewhere, 35% fall. Is 2020, 48% fall in mid-cap. And from 2020 bottom, rise of 400% in mid-cap index. And we were at that point in time. And this was the BSE mid-cap index at that point in time. Currently, how much fall we are seeing? Only 15% fall in mid-cap index. So this was our condition. From here, zara dekh ke chalo. But the ratio which I discussed, mid-cap to Nifty index ratio, उसमें कितना fall आया है? We are still at top because large cap fell equally. So, what does this mean? Something more can come. Okay. So still capitulation is pending. So I still find mid caps very risky. अगर आपको लग रहा है इन्वेस्ट करना है this point in time, focus on large cap or quality mid caps. How many remember this disclosure? Every time we open our screen, we get this disclosure from SEBI that 9 out of 10 individuals lose money. So 9 out of, so success rate is 10% in this market. Now there is one more disclaimer, or you got it, one study done by SEBI that married traders are more profitable than single traders. It's true, right? So if you are unmarried, get married. And if you are married, then second nahi karna. Learn trading. Pull the second. So now, how many follow technical analysis here? Anyone? Very few, right? So what I'll do today, स्टॉक ढूंढना है या मार्केट पे स्टडी करना है, देयर आर 3 स्कूल ऑफ थॉट्स और 3 मेथड्स. वन इज फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस. फर्स्ट हाफ में हमने देखा इबिटा मार्जिन, आरओआई, दिस दैट, आधा तो बाउंसर गया. ओके. सेकंड मेथड इज टेक्निकल एनालिसिस वेयर वी लुक एट चार्ट्स एंड वी ट्राई टू प्रिडिक्ट फ्यूचर based on historical behavior of the stock. This we can do very well because we married people already doing that, predicting the, mood swings of their better half. And third thing is quant analysis. Now in quant analysis, what we do, based on numbers, okay, based on numbers, how numbers have behaved historically, we try to do that. So the chart which I have shown, Nifty to mid cap ratio, it's a quant analysis. So what is technical analysis? Today in 10 minutes, I'll teach you all technical analysis. Are you ready for that? Yeah. So what is technical analysis? It is a charts graphical presentation of the price data in such a way that we try to predict future price behavior based on the historical movement. We try to predict the historical, we study historical price behavior, and then we try to predict what Kapil sir told. Historically, this stock has fallen by 35% every time. So, with some probability, you can say that from this point, there is probability that price stock can reverse. So it will give you some edge, right? And based on historical price behavior, we try to predict the future. Now, let's come to technical analysis in 10 minutes. So when you want to invest, what do you do? First thing, we try to find a trend in which direction stock is going. Whether stock is going up, whether stock is going down. What this chart indicate? Is it bullish or bearish? Bullish. Because price is going up. This is bullish or bearish? Bearish, because price is going down. Now, let me explain in a simple terms. Okay, let's take one example. Here, what is this? Weight distribution of, say, 10 students or 10 people in the gym. Now, जैसे ही weight बोला सब लोग अपना पेट अंदर कर रहे हैं. Don't do that. So, is it difficult to read like a simple number distribution? Somebody is at 90, somebody is 55, somebody is at 110. It's difficult to say which is overweight or which is underweight. Now what I'll do, I'll take one simple average of all the numbers. So average comes to 81. And I plotted one line on the graph which says the average data point. So if average is 81, now we can simply say that 110 guy is a overweight and 55 guy is underweight. So anyone falling below the line is underweight. Anyone falling above the line is overweight. Is it clear? So this is underweight, this is overweight. Now this is simple maths, simple mathematics. So similar way moving averages works in the stock market. So what is moving average? Moving average is an average price of past specified candles. So if we take average of the closing of the price of past few days, say days, weeks, months, we get the average price of that period. Price is going up. Now what I have done, I have plotted here a line which is just average of past few data points. So this is 50 period or 50-day price. Now easily I can say when price is above this line, it is rising. And when price is below this line, it's falling. With some percentage accuracy, is it depicting that when price is below this blue line, it's not good? General overall trend is down. So this gives us first concept. Price above moving average, it is bullish. Price below moving average, it is bearish. Simple. Now which line to use, what period, I'll come to that later. But this concept is clear. Moving average is what? Average. See, if price is performing better than its own past average, it's bullish. Now let's understand one more concept. Here I'm talking about, so this is 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. This is a general score a batsman is making in a cricket. So his last 5 innings score is here. If I take average, average is 80, right? Correct? Now, if I add one more inning to that, and I want just average of last 5 innings, so this one inning will come, then first inning will go out. So this change average to 90. What's happening here is, in my fresh inning, I made a higher score. So So because of that, my average went from 80 to 90. One more inning, 120 runs I scored. That second number will go out, and now my average is 100. What is happening here? In my fresh inning, I'm making a higher score. So because of that, my average is going up. So based on that, one more concept we'll learn is why moving average slopes up is that whatever fresh price which is recorded on the chart is higher than the price which is going out. Because moving average always is of a fixed period, say 20 period or 50 period. So whenever new data point comes in, first data point will go out. If that going out data point is less than current data point, then obviously average will go up. Slope is rising, and you can see the steepness in the price rise. Similar way, slope is falling, and we can see the price is also falling. So this gives us a second concept, that is slope of the average price. If price rise slope, moving average price rise slope is steep, then it will give us a more momentum or more stronger moves in the stock. So any fall in that stock is likely to see the good recovery. Second is slope of the average is falling, then we can say that momentum is weak. Sometimes we'll see that slope or that trend line is sliding, that moving average is flat. So that's a weak trend. So if I sum up two concepts, one concept is same moving average, price is above moving average, it is bullish, price is below moving average, it is bearish. And second thing, slope of the average is also important. So apart from the moving average, we also have to see the slope to understand the strength of the move. So this is one communication. You can see the moving average, it crossed 50-day moving average, and slope is also stronger. So every time it coming closer to the trend line, it's showing the good recovery. Now we are well below the moving average, and slope is also falling. So it's bearish. So any up move is likely to be get sold into. Bharat Forge. See the first move, slope and trend is both strong. There is a good move. Now, slope is also falling, price is also below. Then we can see the fall here. Now, what period to use? Now it's up to us what period we put. But if you are a short-term trader, say for a few days, few weeks, then you should use 20 period moving average. If you are a medium-term player, you can use 50 period moving average, and for long-term, 100-day or 200-day moving averages. How to plot that? Any charting platform, you can go to indicator tab, search moving average exponential. You can change the period here from setting. You can change here to 50 if you are a mid-term player or long-term player. And that way, it is done. Isn't it easy? Now you can plot moving average on any chart, and you can say yourself that trend is bullish or bearish. Doable? Yeah. Now few stock ideas. Disclaimer, this is just for education purpose. I may have vested interest in this, and consult your advisor or do your due diligence. So my current strategy is, I'm not committing anything for the long term. Reason is that mid-cap chart. Because all the incremental investment are always into mid-cap. So currently I'm not committing long term for mid-caps. Focus on long short ideas. So I'm taking long trades also and hedge it with short trades also. And strict stop loss for all the trades. So for that, I always, immediately when I buy any stock, I put my stop loss open for next 15 days in the system. Because जब stop loss chart पे आता है, हम लोग execute नहीं कर पाते, because those human emotions comes in. So few stock ideas from my side are Loris Lab, a good strong chart in weak market, and we can see recently it's crossing that swing high and making a rounding bottom pattern. Second interesting chart is Motherson. We can see a long-term breakout from 2018 high, and now we are retesting this swing breakout. And some good recovery candle also here. So this could be another swing trading idea with a stop loss. NH Narayana Hridayalaya, a strong, we can see from 2020, a running channel, long consolidation since for last 8 to 10 months, and now a breakout. So target for this could be a channel top, which is around 1800 to 2000 range. Anyone attended my IPO theory session? Yeah. So last year, you know, every year there are some themes which are running. So last year's theme was IPO stocks. So all the listed stocks, whenever they cross their listing day high, they used to give amazing return. Just see this yourself. Now EIEL, I can see it tested IPO day listing high, now recovering. So this could be any dip towards 240. This could be a good buy with stop loss. Niva Bupa. This is range bound move in the IPO candle only. So any upward breakout could be a good entry point here. And in short term, Ceneris Pharma, this is at a breakout level. And we can see good volume happen in last few candles. Yeah, that was from my side. Any questions, any queries you have?
Hello. No questions?
Good, good.
I think Aeroflex was another stock that Yogi Bhai had recommended last time around as a part of the IPO theory. We have seen that has done very well.
One more stock last session we discussed was Ami Organics. Even that did really well.
So we'll now do the felicitation of Yogesh Bhai. So we'll call
A
upon
big thanks to Yogesh Nanda for cracking a code of IPO. We needed him just to give us a next jackpot, but he did. He did give us, and I can see many phones from there, which are coming up, and camera lightings. And I think many might be having a multiple funds right now to invest, and by managing that funds, we can make a wealth. So for felicitation of Shri Yogesh Nanda, I would like to invite Shri Rajesh Bhanushali to the stage. A big round of applause.